Hi guys, this is distortedGELO, and I'm here to do a deck profile of my Vividred operation deck, and more specifically, it's my Ray Alone deck. So first off, I'm going to start with my level 0s. So I run 2 of these level 0 Brainstormers. So its first effect is that I could rest 2 characters. I could give another character plus 1,000. So yeah, it's pretty good. I use this mainly to maybe overcome extra damage. And also, I use the brainstorm is you rest this brainstormer card and you pay 1, and then you reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. And so for each climax revealed, you could take 1 card from your clock and put it into your hand, and then you have to replace that card with the top card of your deck. So I mean, it's pretty useful. It was also really risky because you might clock a climax or something, but yeah, I like this card because there might be a card in my clock I really need for that turn, and so yeah, I'm willing to that risk. And my next card is this level 0 Akane. It's 2.5k, but it gets 1,000 if your opponent has 3 or less stock. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's really good early game, so it's an easy 3.5k also. Alright, and my next card is this 500 to the front assist. So it's pretty straightforward, just 500 to the front, not much to say there. And next up, I run 3 of these rays. And so for its effect is that if it's alone on the battlefield, it gets 1.5k plus 1 level. So it's pretty good, it's pretty useful. It could overcome a level 0 reverser if it's alone on the field, and yeah. Next up, I have 4 of these level 0 reversers, and for the first ability is that if it's placed onto the stage, you could drop this specific card into your from your hand into the waiting room, and when you drop that card, you could salvage a character, or mystery character, from the waiting room and put it back into your hand. So yeah, it's a pretty good effect, and also it's a level 0 reverser also. So, but also combos with my next card, which are 4 of these crows. And so for this crow, it's a marker card, and it uses this specific reverser. So the effect is when it attacks, you could take any of these reversers from the field and put it under the card as a marker, and this gets 2k plus 1 level. And yeah, I like it a lot. It can make this pretty strong, level 0. But ideally, what you want to do is maybe just attack or even reverse a level 0 character, and then after that you put it under as a marker, so you can have more stock as it's needed much later into the game. And alright, that's it for my level 0s. So next up, for my level 1s, I have 2 of these rays supports. So what this card does is it gives 500 to the front. Actually, it gives X to the front, X times 500, and X equals the number of assists on the field. So with these 2, it could give 1,000 to the front for each card, and so yeah. But also another effect I like with this card is that when you place it from the stage, place it onto the stage from the hand, you could give 1,000 to a mystery character for their turn, so even more damage. And next up, I run 3 of these alones. They're only 5k, but it's a startup ability is that you could drop a mystery character from your hand into the waiting room, and it could gain 3.5k. So it's pretty good. I mean, if you drop 2 characters down, it could become 12k. It could stop like strong level 1s, 2s, or maybe 3s, maybe if you really want. But yeah, at the cost of dropping 2 mystery characters. So you gotta have a good strong hand before thinking if you want to do that. And next up, I have 2 of these level 1 cost 1 rays. It's a Climax combo, and the Climax it combos with is this one. It's a blind stock plus 1 soul to all your characters. Then when that's in the Climax slot, you could pay 1 and you could take any cost 0 cards from your waiting room and place it onto any stage. So yeah, you gotta pay 1 for that. And usually I maybe do this if I want to put the cost 0 assist out there, or maybe just put extra damage. And also the character that you put on the field gets 1,000 for your turn. So yeah. And that's it for my level 1s, and onto my level 2, which is my main game. It's first off I have this backup. It's a 3k backup. Straightforward right there. Ideally I want to run 2 or 3 backups, but 1's good enough for now. And next up I have these 4 10k alones. And so this is like where my main game is at. It revolves around these cards. So if you place it from the hand onto the stage, it clock yourself. So that's kind of costly, especially at level 2. But I bypass that with my next cards I'm going to show you, and it's the special event right here. And one of the effects of this event is that you can have 10 of these cards in your deck, and that's what I have. And so yeah, I'll explain the effect to you and why I use this card. So you pay 2 for this event, and then when you pay 2, you could you send this card to the memory, and you can get any of these cards from your waiting room onto the stage. So that bypasses the clocking damage when you put this card into play. Plus, another good thing about this card is that for every of these cards in your waiting memory, this alone gets 1k. So typically if I'm playing like a game, generally in all my games I usually have 3 or more of these in my memory, and by that time I would have called up 3 alones. And then these alones, since there's 3 of the cards in the memory, these cards are 13k base, so that's pretty strong. Your opponent must have to do some kind of combo to really overcome these alones. And also, since you have 10, you have a good chance of drawing these. And I usually keep 2 or 3 in my 2 or 3 in my hand. And then so if your opponent does manage to overcome and kill this card, next turn I could just play the event and pay 2 and it's go back in my hand. Plus it's gonna gain another 1k for all my loans. So yeah, it's a pretty good combo. I mean, you're still susceptible to wind or put it on top of stock or whatever, but yeah. So I've been having a lot of fun with this card. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my level 2s. Next up I'm gonna do my level 3s, and so I run 2 of these rays. It's only 9.5k, but it gains 500 for every key or mystery character on the field. So it could be 11.5 if you have a full field. And also, when you place it onto the stage, either from the hand or through a changer, you could pay 1 and you could burn your opponent for 1 damage. So it's pretty good. And if you're lucky, your opponent might cancel with the Climax, but you wasted it with the burn damage. So that's my main reason why I have this card. And for my last level 3s, I have 3 of these level 3 Akanes. And the only reason I'm keeping this mainly is for the heal, because usually I'm probably rushed to level 2, and then I would like this to I would like to have this so I could heal the damage away. Plus, it has this really special effect where when this card attacks, you could pay 3 stock and drop 2 cards from your hand into the waiting room, and you could do 5 cancelable damage to your opponent. So I mean, I would only do this I don't recommend this if you know your opponent has 7 or 8 climaxes in your waiting room, or you want to do this if you want to do some extra damage or something. But yeah, it's really costly, so 3 stock plus 2 cards from your hand to the waiting room. But yeah, I mean, I keep this card mainly for the heal anyway, so yeah. So that's it for my cards. Now, next up, my climaxes. It's this plus blind stock, so take the top card of your deck into your stock. I run 2 of these, and plus 1 soul to all your characters. I mainly do this for the climax combo with level 1, just in case. But yeah. And next up, I have 3 gates. I really like gates. I think it's really useful in Weiss. Like if you want to if you want to really retrieve that character you really want or really need, and so yeah, it's really good. It's just a 1k1, pretty standard. And the last Climax I run is these cards. It's a draw a card and give 2k plus 1 soul into a character. And I usually I went 4 gates, but then I chose to run 3 of this card also, just because like I want to draw a card, I want to draw the event, and so I'll give more chances to draw the event. And yeah, so yeah, pretty standard also. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and so I've been playing around with this build a lot. I really like it. I think it's pretty fun, and if you guys have any suggestions or any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment box below, and then I could get back to you. So yeah, suggestions are more than welcome. So yeah, alright, thanks guys.